A story of kindness and friendship. Ruth and Naomi. This is a true story about two women, a mother and daughter-in-law, who lost everything except each other. And because they chose kindness, their friendship changed history. Let's find out how. Naomi lived in a land called Moab with her husband and two sons. But tragedy struck. Her husband died, and years later her sons died too. Naomi was left alone with her two daughters-in-law, Ruth and Orpah. Heartbroken, Naomi said, "Go back to your families. I'm old and poor. I can't take care of you." Orpah kissed Naomi goodbye, but Ruth refused to leave. She said, "Don't ask me to leave you. Where you go, I'll go. Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God. Even death won't separate us." And so Ruth and Naomi traveled together to Bethlehem, Naomi's hometown. Life in Bethlehem was hard. They were poor and hungry. Ruth said, "Let me work in the fields. I'll gather grain the workers drop." Every morning, Ruth went to a field owned by a kind man named Boaz. She worked all day under the hot sun, picking up leftover barley. Her hands grew sore, but she kept going for Naomi. Boaz noticed Ruth's hard work and asked his workers, "Who is that woman?" They replied, "She's Naomi's daughter-in-law. She left her homeland to care for her." Boaz was impressed. He told Ruth, "Stay in my fields. I'll make sure you're safe and have plenty to gather." Ruth ran home to Naomi excited. "Look how much grain I have." And Boaz was so kind. Naomi smiled for the first time in years. "God hasn't forgotten us," she said. One day, Naomi had an idea. She told Ruth, "Boaz is a relative. He can help our family. Tonight, after he finishes working, go to him. Ask him to care for us." Ruth was nervous but brave. That night, she went to Boaz as he rested. She said, "Your family, please protect us." Boaz was moved. "You're a woman of great loyalty," he said. "I will help you and Naomi. Everyone knows how good you've been to her." The next day, Boaz made sure everyone in town knew Ruth and Naomi deserved help. He even married Ruth so they'd always have a home. Ruth and Boaz had a baby boy named Obed. Naomi, who once felt empty, now held her grandson every day. She laughed again, teaching Obed stories about God. Years later, Obed became the grandfather of King David and part of Jesus' family tree. All because Ruth chose kindness and Naomi chose to let herself be loved. This story teaches us, one true friendship means staying, even when it's hard. Kindness can change your life and the world. If this encouraged you, subscribe for more gentle Bible stories. Comment if you've got a friend like Ruth or Naomi. Share this with someone who needs a reminder. Love is action.